Hey guys, Brian here with a new video for you. Now, if you remember before, I posted up a video about the 228 Museum, and in the video about the 228 Museum, I mentioned this issue of transitional justice. Now, I got into a little discussion in the comments section of my 228 video with one of my longtime viewers now, Soul Drift, and we were talking about transitional justice, and I was also talking about transitional justice with Leviathan and a few other people. Anyway, I said I would keep people updated with what's going on with transitional justice. It's a hard word to say, long word. Anyway, I said I would keep people updated on what's going on, and recently things have been going on. So I want to talk about that, but also, before we talk about that, I want to include alcohol in this video just to spice things up. Now, a while ago, a good friend of mine here in Taiwan, you know who you are, I will not name you, but you know who you are. He went to Thailand and he bought a little gift for me. He bought Thai whiskey, this stuff right here, and I wanted to try that with you guys. So, first, let me give you guys a closer look at the bottle. Okay guys, here we go, Thai whiskey, so let's get a closer look. It's called Hong Thong, or Hong Tong, and it says since 1977, and it's got a little eagle on it. Let's see, blended spirits, 35% alcohol, distilled, aged, blended, and bottled by Bang E Khan Distillery under the Thai government supervision. So there you go. I'm going to try that. There's not much more information beyond what I just read to you guys right there. It's just a small bottle. Got a little seal on the top. So, I'll be honest with you guys, I don't have high hopes for this Thai whiskey. I have a feeling it's going to be some rot gut. But, you know, I'm going to keep an open mind. Taiwan's not supposed to have good whiskey either, but recently they've been blowing people out of the water with their Kavalan whiskey. So maybe this Thai whiskey will be something good. However, I'm going to, when I drink this stuff, I'm going to have it on the rocks, and if it's particularly horrible, I'm going to mix it with ginger ale. So I'll try both, and I'll let you guys know how that works out, okay? Alright, let me go get the glasses and get the ice. Alright guys, here we go. I got my glass with the ice cubes in it and the whiskey, so let me put that in there now. Get the cap off, set that aside, okay, and now pour that in just a bit, just to give it a try. Here we go, Hong Thong or Hong Tong whiskey, Thai whiskey from Thailand, and I'll give it a try right here on the rocks. Hopefully this doesn't suck. Okay, I'm a little surprised. That's not very strong. And it's kind of got... That's weird. I'm kind of getting like a... kind of like a brown sugar vibe off of this thing. It's kind of what I'm getting. It's weird. Maybe brown sugar, caramelly type of thing off of this. That's odd. Odd for a whiskey. I'm really not sure what to make of that, but it's interesting. I'm going to put a little bit more in here, and I'm going to go ahead and mix it with ginger ale, just to kind of give it a shot, see what happens with that, see what happens if you pair this Thai whiskey with a different flavor. In the past, I've liked to pair it up Jameson or Bushmills, those are both Irish whiskeys, with ginger ale. That's really awesome. Like Jameson and ginger, as they call it. That's awesome. So maybe this will be good too. So I just have, right here, I have a can of Schweppes ginger ale. So let's pair the two. Let's see how that works out. Pour that in. Here we go. Okay, not too full. So let's see how that is. Okay, alright, it's not too bad. It's not my favorite whiskey in the world. Like I said, Jameson, Bushmills, I love those two Irish whiskeys. And I think if we're gonna talk American whiskey, I think Maker's Mark. I think that's the one. It's been a while, I don't usually drink whiskey, but yeah, Maker's Mark, the one with the wax red, the red wax kind of cap thing over the top of the bottle. Anyway, okay, enough of the drinks, that was fine, but let me set that aside and let's start talking about transitional justice. Okay, so here's the deal. The first thing I want to cover with you guys in regards to transitional justice is this. There's been an issue with the KMT, the Kuomintang, with their assets, with their party assets. They're kind of known as the most, or as the richest political party in the world, or the most affluent political party in the world. They have a lot of assets. They are very, very rich. And this has come up with the transitional justice issue because a lot of people claim that the KMT, that their assets are ill-gotten, that they got their riches through, let's say, illegal means, or by violating people's human rights, or by stealing, or etc., etc. If you've watched my history video or the 228 video, you know that the KMT has a very dark past, a very dark history, that they've spilt a lot of blood in the past. It's complicated. The KMT has a lot of baggage, let's put it that way. And this is part of the whole transitional justice issue. So recently this has come up. They've since come out with a bill called the Act Governing the Handling of Ill-Gotten Properties by Political Parties and their affiliate organizations. And that stipulates that all assets claimed by a political party since 1945, except for membership fees and political donations, are deemed to be ill-gotten and must be relinquished to the government. Now, to head this off, the KMT has said that it will, number one, exhaust all means that are legal, democratic, and in line with the rule of law to safeguard its rights. And it's also, surprisingly to me, it said their party chairperson, Hong Shou-ju, who was previously running for president and was booted out and replaced by Eric Chu. That's kind of a side story. But their chairwoman, Hong Shou-ju, promised earlier that the party would go ahead and, on their own, willingly donate all party assets to charity, except for those that were legally acquired office spaces and funds to cover personnel costs, regardless of whether the bill is passed or not. So basically, they're trying to force the KMT to give up their assets, their ill-gotten gains, but to head them off, they said they're going to go ahead and voluntarily give them away to charity, and they're kind of getting defensive and saying like, hey, we're going to safeguard ourselves. So my take on all of this is this is good. It's not that big of a fight, really, if you think about it. They're kind of, I think the KMT realizes that what happened in the past looks really, really bad. And since they've been going down a lot recently in polls and they lost the recent presidential election, they need to kind of get back in the people's good graces. So to do that, they're willingly giving up all the money that could have possibly been ill-gotten, which is good. It's kind of like they're voluntarily going along with this. I said in the comments of my 228 museum video that I don't think people in many situations should have to be forced to pay reparations, but that's not what's happening here. They're willingly giving up this money in a gesture of goodwill. So good on the KMT for that. Okay? Cool.